I'd also like to thank Sean Christensen. And I will admit, I forgot. I remember in high school, man, you used to tell me all the time that your name was Sean and not Seen. It's spelled S-H-A-W-N. You used to also correct people on how to pronounce your last name, but I have known so many Christiansons and Christensens that I honestly forgot which way you pronounce yours. I'm so sorry, man. I am so sorry. Excuse me. Sean actually has helped me out quite a bit. He helped me out with the website, gave me a lot of good advice. The website's www.kwparry.com. And, you know, when I told him about the Prilosec OTC sponsorship, he was one of the first people to send in his votes and to help me out there. And like I said, he helped me out a lot on that website, at least pointing me to the right ways to get it started. So, thank you, Sean, for everything that you've done too. I'd like to thank Chris Omar for your votes. Chris is one of the paintball players that voted for me after seeing my video that I put on the original search for votes. I put on some of the Facebook pages, paintball Facebook pages that are out there. And Chris voted for me quite a few times. So hopefully I get a chance to come to your area sometime, Chris. We can play paintball. And again, thank you for your votes. I'd like to thank Heather Haskett. Heather's someone that I've known from high school, and she voted for me. I think she probably voted for me more times than she actually posted, which I think is the case for a lot of people. But thank you, Heather, for your votes. I'd like to thank George Henderson, also known as Jack Spade, for voting for me. George is a buddy of mine from when I was in the from when I was in the Army National Guard in Arizona. Him and I were combat engineers together. He's still in that unit doing good things for Arizona and keeping our borders safe. Kicking, well, I'm not going to say that because we've got kids, but kicking some butt down there. You voted for me quite a few times. Thank you for your votes, George. I'd like to thank Dallin Wilson-Hume for voting for me. Dallin is, I believe, Dallin's the brother-in-law of Rachel. But Dallin voted for me a couple times, and he has he's worked with Rachel to try and get me to campaign for votes in a manner that's a little bit not common, I'd say. But again, I think both of them are going to be very pleasant surprised at my idea. I'm still working through some of the details on that, so I'm not going to say what it is yet. But thank you, Dallin. I'd like to thank Terry Nix for voting for me. Terry is a friend of mine from, let's see, I met her on playing video games on the internet well over 6 years ago, I'd say. Maybe about six years ago-ish. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do the math, but known her for a while. And thank you for voting for me, Terry. I appreciate it. I'd like to thank, I believe this name is Marlise Pace. Marlise, I believe, is a friend of someone who is a friend of mine on Facebook. A lot of my friends reposted my video to their walls, and a lot of their friends voted for me. So, and I'm sure a lot of those people voted for me and didn't leave a note on my Facebook page, but Marlise did. So I'd like to thank you. Also, Marlise, please, if I'm mispronouncing your name, let me know. I will redo a video just to correct that. So, thank you for your vote. I would like to thank Aurora O'Connor, who is also someone that I don't recall ever meeting. If we have, I apologize. But Aurora also voted for me, I believe, through a friend of mine on Facebook. And honestly, I'm not even sure which friends. These names, they voted, they liked my page, and they made a comment on there. And, you know, weren't looking to do anything more than to help me out, and I appreciate the help. Really hope these clouds go away today, so we can enjoy some outdoor woods balling.